Welcome back, everyone, to Let's Play Advanced Tactics Gold, or really, as I say, always the After Action Report series on GD 1938. It is turn 27, January 1940, and war has finally been declared on the Russians. So after an extremely long, extended period of peace, with the exception of our war with Poland, we are now actually involved in the greater war at hand. Now, 1940 is actually a year early, a year and a half early, considering it's January, if we're thinking of the historical timeline. But note that this war started in 1938. So this is about on time. But I'd say for how these games normally go, it's probably much later. Anywho, so what happened? I guess it's most important thing is to first go through the history. And let's see. Okay, so this is Japan. Japan moving here along the border, but China and Japan will not attack the USSR. I've confirmed it with messages to them. Actually, I can show these messages. So Germany moved some units forward. They moved some ships. Interesting that they were way up there. Okay, so their land artillery, they actually destroyed the bridge here. That's interesting to note. That might actually prevent them from... I know that there was some pockets, but I no longer remember where they were. But they destroyed the bridge, so it's kind of funny. Okay, I actually didn't see what they did besides destroy the bridge. They did... No. I didn't see what happened, but you probably just had a spoiler. What is actually going to happen here? We lost 8 riflemen, 2 machine guns. That's from 13 artillery attacking us, so that's not... I'm not too disappointed about that. That seems like we got away, a little bit lucky. They also attacked with 5 artillery here. Those are probably the 2 hexes, 2 provinces I lost then. We lost 2 riflemen and nothing else. Wow, this is actually significant. Oh, they started dive bombing. Okay, so the Junkers dive bombers came in. And look at this. They actually lost 6 of them because our fighters, 18 fighters, I had 6 fighters here, 6 fighters here, and 6 fighters here. It looks like they all got involved. Or maybe it was 9 and 9. Maybe it was 9 and 9. But 18 fighter ones got involved, and they actually did some serious defensive work on the Junkers. Which is awesome because, I don't think that he was expecting defenses. Why would he not sweep first? I don't know. Maybe it was just an oversight on his part. I tried to move in with the fighters just to do some kind of mission, like even just a ground attack mission on a useless hex to draw the fighters off. Just to basically a combat air patrol. But so the Junkers themselves killed only 5 things, 6 things, 4 rifle, 1 machine gun, 1 horse. Okay, this time they brought the defensive fighters in, and we lost a significant... Okay, we lost 2 of our Type 5s. We even lost a Yak 1. That's actually... Well, I'm pretty sure he was not happy to... Excuse me, I'm pretty sure he was not happy to see the Yak 1s. I was trying to keep those kind of hidden a little bit longer. I kept them pretty far back, but they have good range, good enough range to have been able to cover this area, so... but they took the lion's share of the damage, I would still say. 5 more Junkers destroyed. 2 of the 109Ds, which is really big. And then 1 109C, those are a little bit more outdated, so it's not a big deal. Yeah, and like I said, we didn't lose much on the ground because the horses keep dying. But I actually put 10 additional horses, I think, in the various headquarters just so that I can pump those forward. Because they're actually more important than even the artillery when it comes to replacements, because sometimes speed is really critical. Okay, so their short bombardment, we can't really respond to that. So they killed 1 of my fighters. It looks like there is 9 fighters per thing, so it was 9 and 9 down here. Can I right click? No, I can't. Okay. And I can't left click. Oh, I can. Okay, so here and here are my 2 fighters. Yeah. We lost 1. We lost a infantry gun. That's actually pretty important. And we lost a medium truck. This is very lengthy. I don't know if I should be going through everything. I'm super curious about this myself, though, so I feel like it's very natural to go through everything. They lost 3 109Ds here on a second. No, this is a strike south. they did it up here previously. Looks like they're trying to figure out what is there. That's interesting. They're probably just doing scouting attacks. They lost two. They lost 3 109Ds, as I said, which is good. I lost 4 fighters, but I don't really care. Those are completely disposable. 2 horses, which is significant. 16 rifles. A lot of horses dying, which kind of makes sense if you're playing as the Russians. They did lose a lot of cavalry and all that. A lot of horses dying. All right, they did an attack and we've held firm. Where is this, though? For the love of God. Oh, here. Okay. So it looks like they did some kind of probing attack. Actually, this was substantial. We lost 13 rifles, an AT gun, 2 machine guns, and a horse. So it looks like the AT gun and the horse paired. That's always nice when you lose equal ratios of like your artillery and your horses. However, they lost 1 of their 2 Cs, 3 of their 3 Ds, 21 rifles, 3 machine guns, 2 mortars. I would consider this a great success, a very good first engagement. I mean, the attacker is going to take heavier losses usually, but okay, they did a... Is this a second attack in the same spot? It is. And we stood firm again. We lost another 10 rifle, 4 machine guns, but we held firm, and they lost 35 rifles, a heavy machine gun, and 25 cavalry 2s. A machine gun, 2 horses. Wow. So good, looks good for us so far. Okay, we did not succeed in holding here. That's funny because this is actually an attack over the river, I think, because they don't have a bridge there anymore, and we still lost. And we took some very, very heavy losses. My goodness. So they lost a 2D, 18 rifles, 6 submachine guns, 1 mortar, 2 heavy machine guns. Those are kind of expensive, the heavy machine guns, and nothing else. I lost 33 rifles, which are replaceable. I mean, if I'm going to lose anything, I'd rather it be rifles and machine guns. I'm producing many of these per turn. We lost 4 infantry gun 1s. Those are pretty much irreplaceable. I'm not producing any more infantry guns at all. Everything's routing to artillery now. And they killed 2 of my AT guns. Yeah. And 2 of my horses as well. Okay, that's fine. Oh, we're bound to lose some. So they moved in. Just keep your eyes up here. Dive bombed there. They lost 2 more 109Ds. We're actually depleting their fighter force, I would say. How many? Oh, but we lost way more. We lost 3 Type 5s and another Yak 1. Not good. 2 infantry gun 1s, 2 machine guns. The one that might hurt the most out of all these losses is the 1 Yak 1. It's kind of brutal because it means that we're taking losses we shouldn't. I mean, I thought our Yak 1s would outclass their 109Ds, but I'm wrong, I guess. Or maybe we just got unlucky. Okay, in this fight, we were again defeated, so this is a double 2-pronged attack. We took 51. 2 infantry gun 1s, an AT gun, 5 horses, so they lost 20 riflemen, 2 machine guns, 6 riflemen, 1? Oh, they have riflemen 1 still. Submachine guns, 6 submachine guns, a mortar, infantry gun 2, a 2D, and a 2C. Now, they still have quite a few in reserve. Alright, another dive bombing attack. It looks like they tried to basically just beat up on a force that was already depleted, and they didn't take any losses for it. I guess at this point my air forces had already been so lowered in readiness that they weren't even intercepting anymore. That kind of is a bad sign. So as long as Bialystok held, this is where I have air force and stuff and a lot of forces, so it's good that they held. Okay, they're moving some forces. Looks like they depleted some forces there, but okay, move some forces in. 249. Okay, they did a dive bomb here. They lost 2 of their SM-79s. I actually don't recognize the SM-79. I'll have to look this up. We lost a horse and 4 riflemen 2. I should just say riflemen because I don't have any other type of riflemen. But our Type 5s looks like intercepted, and that's what did some good work here. 14 of them. They didn't get a lot done for, you know, having 14 intercepting. Okay, they're transferring. They're bombarding. The bridge survived this time. So the bridge, this one and that one, they both have bridges. Just one artillery. This might have been a probing attack just to see what we had there. They probed here as well. We lost another rifle. I'd say so far we're kind of holding. Okay, they bombarded our Bialystok urban centers. We lost a rifleman. And that's it, just one rifleman. Not bad. This one was a little more well done. We don't have any fighters or any air cover at all, so it was rather effective. We lost 6 riflemen. They have a lot of air force, my goodness. 6 riflemen, 4 machine gun, 1 infantry gun 1, 2 AT guns, 3 horses, so at least the ratio is again preserved, 3 and 3. But the AT guns really hurts. But I have plenty of them. I can pump them back in. I think I even have an AT gun in one of these two that's ready to move in. So they're doing transfers, some movement. Oh, okay, their submarines attacked. They killed 2 of my World War I destroyers with their submarine attack. Submarine 3s, those are pretty good. Looks like another attack. And this time they lost 2 submarine 2s, or 2 submarine 3s. I didn't lose anything. Probably took some damage, but... They did another one with 12. They lost 2, but we lost a submarine 2, a battleship, and 2 more World War I destroyers. Okay. Movement, movement. Okay, they're bringing the Italians in, but they are not engaging us quite yet. Okay. Lots of movement. That's a lot of forces moving in. Okay, that's it. Wow, so we already spent about 12 minutes just going through what they did. I'm probably going to have to keep the hexes on. I know it's not quite as pretty. Obviously, I think the game looks just a little bit better when you don't raster the grid. You get a better feel for the front. The hexes really breaks the immersion, I feel. But almost certainly we're going to need to keep those on just to count hexes and, to make sure we're just making everything, doing all the correct things. Now, lots of questions about what to do. I might even have to take a break and come back because it's going to be hard to say what... Okay, first of all, I just want to do a quick comparison. Submarine versus submarine. Is this possible? Can we do this? Submarine, 60, 100, 100. So, yeah, it's not... It's a bit risky to do. It's probably not very well advised. I do have these destroyers, which should be good against submarines. 200. And can I compare against the submarine 3s? So they have 150 defense. I have 250 attack, 1050. So we are advantaged against them on the attack. Good to know. I guess we're going to have to do something then. We do have torpedo dive bombers and stuff like that, although kind of we might need to try to sink these ships, although their destroyer 2s probably can fight. Yeah, they can fight bombers and all that. Yeah, I'll probably have to do a lot of this thinking off camera and come back on. Or maybe... Alright, well this is easy. I'm going to move these mortars closer to wherever they're going to end up. We can see I have a nice solid line of defense. This unit can come in, defend here. Right, these are both fine, so this one just defends here. This leaves one minor hex where they can try to break in, but everything else along the front is covered. Okay, let's get this guy, keep moving down. The easy stuff I can do. So we actually really, really want this to be moved here. Wonder if that's possible. I mean, because I don't have any use for these way out here. We can't even get into the we can't even get into the bay. Maybe it's possible to transfer them to like Helsinki or something. Okay, by railroad it looks like it'd be easier to transfer them to Leningrad. Can we do that? I don't know if this is possible, but let's just take a look. Can I get you transferred here using... Oh, can I get you transferred here? No rail connect. It's not true. It's a rail connection. Huh. It's a shame that we can't move them through. It looks like we could move them here, but we can't move them. Yeah, we can't move them over here. This is the one. If I was to put a seaport here, which I don't want to do, but if I was to do that, I guess our engineers can probably build such things. This engineer is going to head south, I'm sure. Yeah, where are you going to be needed? Where do we need forts? We have an engineer here. Are we going to need forts along here to like defend this area better? Obviously, the defensive point should be here, not here, because we have the nice water breaking up this area. They wouldn't very easily be able to cross, especially into a fortress. This is just defenses. Okay, let's just remove this. I don't think I'll be able to move these submarines into the Baltic, unfortunately. But we have plenty of forces. Now, wait. Impossible to move here. Are we not at war with Italy? Oh, we're only at war with Germany. That's really interesting. Oh, really interesting. So technically, we are not at war with Italy right now, which means maybe we should go to war with them. Huh. Huh. That is really interesting. We're not at war with Italy. Okay, let me try to focus my thoughts and figure out what I want to do. Yeah, so their readiness is down to 50. They do still intercept at 50, but this is after probably recovering. This is probably after recovering readiness from the original fighting, so it's kind of funny even putting them up into the air. They're probably performing better than they would in real life. In real life, these things would just be shot down like just so easily. They would not offer the combat bonus they probably pretend to offer. They wouldn't get lucky and shoot anything down. They would just be eliminated probably immediately. But not the case. You can actually get some use out of them in this, which is, well, I'm grateful for that. Yeah, this is what I want to do, I think. I want to do a... let me just see. Can fighters do any damage to ships? Let's just do something real fast. Let's just grab a ship. And now let's compare with the fighter 1. Can we do any damage to ships? Capital ships, no. Minor ships, wow, no. Just no, not a thing. Fighter ones just absolutely don't belong. But I still want to see if we can do an air recon mission here. And their readiness is not bad. I want to see if I can do an air readiness and if it gets intercepted. It does. Yes, fantastic. Okay, that was actually worth it. I know that seems weird. I lost 4 airplanes, but these are airplanes I don't care about anyway. Did we deplete their readiness at all? Well, hardly at all. And we probably gave them experience. Yeah. So that's probably not a good thing overall. I don't know. I think they can just keep intercepting forever as well. So what we should have done is actually done an air recon in conjunction with several other planes. It's funny, Kaipeta seems very weakly guarded. Like, I don't think we'll be able to take Königsberg, but Kaipeta seems like extremely weakly guarded. And we have tanks, and we have other tanks over here as well, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to move them south, just so I remember that they're there. That costs 20, so 20. Move in. Yeah. This makes sense to me. I'm glad that we kept these guys in reserve, actually, because the tanks here technically were part of the bombardment target of the 2, well, I think it's 2 pocket battleships, wasn't it? I don't remember now. Oh, there it is. There's a second. Okay. So yeah, they have good defenses here. 8 destroyers, 7 more destroyer 2s. That's a lot of anti-air. That's probably why we lost so many fighters. But we do have some artillery here, actually. Okay, this is interesting. So we can first do an attack with our artillery on Kaipeta. We don't want to blow the bridge. There is a bridge there, it appears. So I have to be a little bit careful. But should we just do both? And why is the experience different? Why is their number different? 74 versus 75. I can't find a difference between them. Oh, one thing I want to make sure first is that the staff percentages are high. 96. This is good. Is the other one here, I think? Yeah. 104. This is good because they were taking losses, obviously. And 104. Good. Good. Very good. Ooh, 23. Not good. Not good at all. Well, green probably isn't going to move too much further from this position, so if I want, I can probably just transfer units directly here. I mean staff directly here. Let's get maybe at least 30 staff in there. Okay, 117, we're still okay. 70, let's get another jump of 10. Alright, 86, let's do it even one more time. Probably that's the diminishing returns of going beyond his staff limit. But he's fine now. 101%. It's perfect. Where did I want this engineer to go? He wants to build a fortification there eventually, but we may not even need to. Fall back that far. I think I'll put a fort here instead, which is going to be a linchpin either in the north-south line or in the Odessa line. So that's probably a good place because it is the crossroads at the intersection of these roads. I don't know. It just appears to be a good place to put something. It's on a fort, so we can reinforce it very easily. Really smart. I'm glad we actually kept our artillery in the back so that we can actually do something like this. Oh, this is cool. Let's bombard them. I don't know how much this will do, but let's see. Okay. Ooh, I'm actually seeing a lot of damage going down. Oh, yes. Oh my goodness, that was fantastic. So we killed one armored car. We caused another to retreat. We killed one to C and caused 2 to retreat. And we killed one 3D and caused 4 to retreat. 66 down to 17. My goodness. Now, unfortunately, we have to make sure we have defenses, air defenses in this area now, which I think these guys can reach. Good. We'll make sure that they're intercepting. They are. Because now they'll probably try to dive bomb the area where my artillery were. At least that's what I would do if I were them. But we may have actually done enough damage to these guys in order to be able to counterattack them out. And I know this is only 87, but this is probably one of the units I want. This is a strong one, 60 rifle. Most of mine are 50, right? I'm doing this, 40, 45, 40,5. And this one is a 60,6. So they're a strong force. I probably will want them in the attack. They can do it, which is even better. Obviously, it would be useless if they couldn't actually attack. I sent one KV-1 group down this way. They cannot get into the attack. I don't think I'll move them all the way forward yet. I'm trying to leave this in my back pocket, like a surprise attack. Okay. But I wouldn't mind if these guys can get there. They probably can't, no, because, you know, light tank 2s actually move really slow. I don't know why, but they have very high action point cost to move into the hexes, which is not my favorite thing about them. Let's see. Yeah, again, it's already been 25 minutes. I need to, well, I know I want to do a counterattack here. I know it's going to destabilize some of these forces. Okay, so this one is down to readiness 84, 81, 83. Wow, it's actually the best one. We're down quite a bit. I'm going to leave the 81 readiness, which has 1 AT gun. I'm going to leave it on standby. It'll probably get pummeled next turn, but we can repel a lot of the armor here, and that will be a good thing. Actually, we don't want these guys to do too much attacking. I probably will only attack with the readiness 84 unit because We want these two to continue to build up entrenchment, and we're attacking over water anyway, so this is a good one to use. We still want to use this one, 87. I think that's acceptable. One mistake I just realized I'm making, a huge mistake, is the attack stack is 300, and I've been trying to gear mine for attack stacks of 100. So this is something I should explain, something that I wish I had realized at the beginning of this game. Attack stacking in your normal game is 100. When you attack from multiple sides, the attacker is allowed to do more. But in here, the base attack for your defenders even is 300, which is insane. It's way, way, way higher than I mean, none of my places are up to 300 because I was worried about going even above 100. So this is a huge mistake on me. I could have poured in like twice the number of troops in every single one of these hexes, and I wouldn't have been saturating our potential defense. So that was a big, big, big mistake. Okay, so readiness 40 units are probably not the best for attacking. That means they were probably down to 10. Or almost out of readiness altogether. But if they attack, they do open up more of the front. I'll probably include them. I know it's crazy, but this is their losses will be are less important than the losses we can inflict on the Germans. This was, of course, true in real life, and I think it's going to hold true in our case as well. Especially if we can hold on to the front, that would be just a massive success. So let's get the 207th, yeah. And we'll get some of the ones with AT guns, but not all of them, because obviously this Bialystok could be the target of an attack. Do these guys have any ability? Let me do it this way. Do they have any ability to take out armor? They do. I mean, the chances are almost none. Yeah. Mainly what I want to do here is send them into the attack to again draw some enemy forces. I think we'll do it, and it's going to be almost suicidal, but do an airstrike with our fighters here. It's basically just going to draw the enemy fighters. That's what I'm going for. There it is. That's what I wanted to do. Yeah, okay, we caused 1 to retreat. We lost 7. I'm okay with this. It's a little bit weird, but we're just throwing away our obsolete units. I don't know if this is the best way of doing it, but hey, we got 1B109D to retreat, so if we're doing any damage to those units, if any of those units drop below a certain amount of readiness, they'll stop defending. So that's what we're hoping for. And we have plenty of other units that can do those same bombardments, but anyway, I actually already forgot what that battle looked like, which was a mistake. I don't know if I should have been paying attention to, wow. I mean, these units are extremely low readiness. I think that no matter what force we put into this, that we will succeed, we will be successful. I have 2 yaks here, right? Wait, I can check here. 1, 2. I do. I certainly do. Yeah, it might be good just to... I'm trying to think if I should move up with another artillery and do a bombardment of this. You know, I could move 2 more up and bombard. Okay, probably it's not a bad idea. I just want to make sure I have some... that I'm not smothered in attacks next turn. We need to get... Like, it's good. This has 2 machine guns. That's really good. I want to make sure that these guys are still there. I'm not going to move them forward. They're going to stay here. So that I can protect this hex from attack by dive bombers. Because that's what I would do. This is interesting. So it's weird. We're not at war with Italy. Let's declare war on Italy. Let's do it. The reason why I'm going to do this is because I think we can push down here. And I want to do bombardments on the hexes with their units anyway. So let's just... I mean, it doesn't make sense. Why are we not at war with them? Okay, now let's go ahead and let's do this. We have artillery in here. Move them forward. Let's bombard. Not bad. I mean, any damage is good damage. We'll probably move forward and attack with these guys. Let's do an airstrike on this hex though with everyone we can, which is, my goodness, way too many people. I don't actually want the people over here. You are not going to contribute. Okay, so now we have 1 here. Where the hell are you? I don't know where you are, but I'm just going to take you off this. I want these 3 units. That's the ones I want. 1, 2, 3. We got them. So let's do this attack. Yes. And we are defended, but we are actually... No, we lost. God. We lost against the Bulgarian air. The Turkish aircraft lost against the Bulgarians as well. But we did a little bit of damage. That was sufficient. Now what we're going to do is attack in. I guess we're going to attack everyone we have here. In fact, what's the odds? Let's just way overstack. Let's put probably everyone in except for... Let's get all the cavalry to go in. 1, because I want better scouting. And 2, I don't think I need them from anything. Okay, this is good. Now, do I want to send the... I'm not going to send my Russian cavalry because those are actually potentially useful. I may need them back up north. So I'm going to keep the Russian cavalry here. I'm going to keep 1 Turkish infantry. And I'm going to keep 1 German infantry. But I'm going to move the other German infantry in so they can attack as well. Now this German infantry will probably hold. But you can see that we still haven't satisfied our requirement. I mean, we're not over the attack stack. So let's do this attack. And then hopefully we can push on even to Sofia. There should be a slaughter, and it is. Lost a machine gun. But mostly what we lost was just a few riflemen. And a few retreated from my German infantry. That's actually perfect because they're going to want to recover for a turn anyway. So if I read that correctly, this unit down to 94 should be the lowest at readiness. No, there's one at 93. Yeah, but they are one of the lowest. Okay, so now everyone else is just going to move in. Especially the cavalry, who can continue to attack for sure. I may need 1... Okay, so I may leave 1 other unit there to defend. 94... Who else is 94? This one. Okay, so move everyone else in. 94, 96 move in. And get this group to move in. So that's good. We're still leaving a token defense force there. And you know what? I think I'm going to have to move in this other Turkish unit as well. Just to continue to make sure we can defend against whatever we have over here. But we can actually, this is crazy, we can actually do another attack with all 5 of these units. And we might even take Sofia on this turn. That is... Maybe it is worth bringing in the German cavalry. If we can take Sofia, it is worth it. You know what? Let's do it. Let's push our attack. How are we going to do? I mean, I'm willing to do it even to get... we didn't hold, but we didn't have enough attack points. But we actually did a lot of damage. I mean, let's see. 16 versus 21s. We were successful. It's gonna force them to push down to the front down here, which is good. And killing staff is so expensive. I don't know if I've shown you, but Odessa, yeah, this is one of mine. So infantry, if we look at infantry, riflemen are 50, and staff are 250. So 1 staff is worth 5 other units, which is, yeah. I mean, I don't need to say it any other way. It's an incredible difference. Kind of wish I had pushed this guy in and had him attack with, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. Yeah, we have a good defense still. We have the one German, of course. And I think we'll move our staff right here. So that seems fine to me. Maybe I should have pushed some more Germans with this group. I didn't realize they would have so much success, that it'd be so weak. Well, that was a lot of fun pushing that border. This is just going to be a long episode. In fact, I might even just break it up into 2 parts. So let's just work from south to north then, since that's what I'm already kind of doing. We have this destroyer group here. I think I'm going to try to attack into Constanta with this group, because I don't care about the Turkish. I really don't. Don't let them hear me say that. Don't let them... hear me say that, yeah. What does it mean that how can I attack units? This doesn't have any shore bombardment, does it? Like there's somewhere, I know battleships have shore bombardment of some kind. Yeah, they do. Artillery. This one does not. How can they attack? How can that happen? Well, if we're going to do it, I don't want to do it on Varna. I'd rather do it here. So let's move here and do a sea attack just to test out what this does. Okay, it is what I thought. It's just engaging their units, which is good. This is what I wanted. We didn't actually lose anybody from that, but we lowered their readiness by, you know, a fair amount. We can follow that up with, I guess, a submarine 1 attack. What else are these guys going to do, right? So, sea attack. Okay, we're still losing that. I don't know if that was the best idea, or how did this... Probably I should look at this. Why did we... Oh, these are destroyer 2s, so they're probably not... I don't know. I thought that was not a good idea. I don't really care about submarine 1s anyway. I mean, these are really pathetic units. Probably that's why they all started dying. But 200, they had a chance. How was this group doing anyway? Should we attempt to finish with it? Alright, we have some dive bombers. These are probably going to be eaten up by some Air Force, but let's go for it anyway. What do we have here? Naval patrols. Are these guys good against ground? I assume. Oh, very good against submarines. Yeah, okay, let's do it. Yeah, let's do the naval patrol and this. Good. They are targeting correctly the ships, which is what I wanted. Wow, and there was no aircraft over here, so that was actually really successful. Which means that this unit can actually bombard here. So if I was smart about this, I would have separated the battleship from the light cruiser and the destroyer. I don't know if that would have a negative effect, but I want to use them to bombard. So I'm going to do shore bombardment with my battleship, if we can get lucky. In fact, if there was no aircraft defending here, there might not be any defending here, which leads me to guess, can I actually get my yaks involved here? I can. Let's try it. Okay, they did not intercept, and we're actually doing damage. My goodness. What do you know? In fact, it didn't take any readiness hits, I think. Yeah, 100. Perfect. That was great. And now we can follow that up with a little bit of a shore bombardment. And what's more, we can also send bombers in here if we want. Oh, I guess I have a armored cruiser? I thought that was a light cruiser. It's a light cruiser. I guess light cruisers have... Oh, they do. Okay, they have some small... Well, we didn't get anything really done there. That's fine. Just weakening this unit, just saying hello, touching them. Okay, I think that we need to go a little bit faster, otherwise this is going to be a long, long, long video. I mean, even in 2 parts, it'll be too long. Yeah, these are German towns, so these are just Italian forces building up. I don't think we should move, because I think our defense, our entrenchment bonus building up is probably better than trying to move and, you know, make some heroic play. Although, only 80, we could actually build a fort here. And that will make this line basically impenetrable. I like that. We can build basically... Oh, no, we can't. We're at 130, and we need 150 for fortifications. So we're 1 turn shy, unfortunately, of what we need. Well, it's a little bit disappointing. By the way, I didn't, let's see. Message from China. Japan would never attack without saying DOW first. Arteno, praise the wise leader of our nation, guarantees that. It's very nice. This is from, although China was originally played by Chuck, C.D. Young, now China has transferred control into a Japanese alliance, so it's being played by Rufus Jürgen. So very nice of him. So this is the message from Germany. Time to start Barbarossa. Yeah, that's true. And they declared war on us. And that's really all that's going on here. But let's look at cards. Oh, actually, January, we can build a new factory. Very interesting. I don't think there's anything we want to do. The political points we have, we're going to be spending on more important things now, like research or factories or even fortifications. So we won't be doing anything else. I think our production, I'll fix it off camera, but let me put a cut in here and I'll try to figure out what I'm going to do with the rest of my forces. And then when I come back, actually what I'll do is actually call this episode to a close, this video. And when I come back in the next video, we will continue, you know, our counterattack. If we have any counterattacks to do, which we do, of course. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you back for the next video.